with this last counter pick. So I was actually going to mention LeBlanc as probably one of the better. Graves is walking past the Elise.
Gotta land it.
That's another missed cocoon. This is the week of missed cocoons, Nick.
Not trying to play too much outplay, trying to go safe.
That's
we might
right.
see a
Graves is actually coming in for Nautilus, looking for the first blood. Forces an early flash. No 6 for Graves yet to actually finish him off, but they might pick up the first blood here, and they do, as Maokai narrowly escapes with his life. Meanwhile, a solo kill from LeBlanc, what we were just talking about, onto the Ari as well to balance the kill between the two.
Well played KLH for diving that, and Graves for
having the double bomb that we were talking about, but Braum manages the shield just to save Kalista.
By LeBlanc. Let's see if the cocoon
can
hit.
Cocoon lands. If you miss that cocoon, just log out, go home.
Let's see if LeBlanc can follow up this kill.
The charm looks like it might save her here as she actually comes back to get some more damage down, because there's a teleport from Maokai who comes in. The root doesn't land and he will not pick up Elise just now, but what goes up must come down, and Elise
was that worth it?
Elise comes in, misses the cocoon, and Graves is there to follow up on some damage, but so is LeBlanc, and the damage out of LeBlanc is not to be trifled with. And here's Ari just to land the charm, get that kill back on LeBlanc, and they might even pick up Elise for their troubles as well. Elise has to flash, it might not be enough to save her. A flash from Graves, and he finishes her off. The anchor might mean he has to stay and soak up more damage than he'd like. This Nautilus is incredibly low. There's a minion wave coming in. He might not be able to get away, but Ari, thankfully for him, is out of top side. Although there's a teleport coming in. Lucian might be caught up as he gets stunned, unleashes the culling, but the Kalista ulti is enough to pick him up, and now they don't really want to be here. Rigel are taking a lot of damage. Kalista might go down, but does manage to hop on, skip away. Ari's coming in together with LeBlanc and Elise, as Kalista does finally get picked up. That ultimate from Zilean, saving Nautilus and actually changing that fight around. Ari now ducks in with her ulti. They managed to pick up Nautilus. She's still got 2 stacks on that ulti. On the whole, though, perhaps got slightly fortunate in some respect. But they do manage to now group up onto the Drake, which doesn't look like it's going to be contested by Rigel against those red stacks. And actually, meanwhile, the KLH Hunters are getting engaged on in the mid tower. Maokai has to flash away. I think they took far more tower aggro than they wanted to here. I think a flash anchor throw from Nautilus misses, and KLH successfully gets. There's a bit of an engage here coming in from LeBlanc and Nautilus. LeBlanc comes in, lands a lot of damage. Nautilus ulti comes down, but the culling is largely soaked up by Braum, who's saved by the Kalista ulti, and it looks like Nautilus might be going down. He's saved by that Zilean ult. The question is, do they have enough burst to finish him off? They do. Nautilus goes down. Not much more left in their pocket now in terms of what they can do, so they disengage KLH. Oh, and a flash, Ari! Absolutely excellent to pick up that Zilean. It looks like LeBlanc will be going down as well if she gets that Ren stack off. LeBlanc does go down at the expense of Maokai. Lucian is now having to flash away as they run barely alive, especially with Elise hardly 100 health, so we'll have to forfeit this mid tower and possibly more, as there is still quite a long time on those death timers.
Okay.
And we take it back now as they are. KLH are trying to secure the second pick of the game with Nautilus teleporting behind. They're stuck in the Dragon Pit. This is not a fight that they want to be taking. The ultimate from Nautilus goes down, but Nautilus is down as the Ren stacks go off, and LeBlanc gets picked up by Graves. That is a huge turnaround fight from KLH, and Rigel are having to run away anywhere near as much damage as maybe they might expect. And look at the Maw of Marmortius as well on the Graves. Now we see the fight breaking out here as Ari is getting focused hard, ignited, and Lucian picks her up with a Q. The culling comes down to disengage, and that was perhaps a little bit too much from Ari there.
This could be a mental game. Laughing in front of them, this could be the mental game for them to win against KLH. If KLH just needs to keep calm and
as we saw in that Dragon Pit fight coming out of Graves now is absolutely immense, and a cocoon does land amazingly, and a charm onto the Zilean. He's forced to ult himself, and that's exactly what you want. LeBlanc doesn't manage to get the assassination and has to back out, as does Lucian, and the Kalista ulti goes in with a great Braum ulti follow-up. They take the Lucian out. There is no Zilean ulti available, and Rigel are running, barely surviving that fight.
You're winning by 3k. Let's take objectives so we can get stronger. Don't rush for the fights. But this could be another fight.
This is going to be very difficult to steal because of the Kalista there with the red stacks, and it looks like Maokai is going in. They do secure their third Drake, and Nautilus is tanking up a lot of the front line together with Maokai, but none of them managed to go down. Looks like the Zillion ulti is not used. Nautilus goes down. LeBlanc coming in, trying to get some further kills, just doesn't have the damage, and Ari might be picking it up. Picks up LeBlanc as well, and the rest of Rigel are bringing to the table. This Siege Minion doing a lot of work on the middle tower. It looks like they're actually going to engage onto Graves, but he survives and bails. The Kalista ulti is used, and Maokai is tanking up a lot of damage right at the front as KLH push into the base and look to take an inhibitor. Lucian doing some work though, and LeBlanc goes in now. Twisted Advance follows in through on LeBlanc. Nobody's gone down amazingly yet, but look for the Kalista Ren to finish off this. Nautilus doesn't quite die, and the Zillion ulti was used all in the middle of that fight as well.
Yeah, you can see RG is getting desperate, trying to pick.
Exactly, making little picks with the Graves potentially being caught. Just about dashes out as the TP comes in, and Nautilus took a lot of damage, and then he goes down. A Charm just narrowly misses as they manage to pick up the Zillion. No ulti coming in. They're also going to kill the Elise. Also going to pick up the Lucian as a double kill comes in for Graves, and that's 4 kills for KLH, and they are able to push down the top tower very hard here. Only LeBlanc survives that fight, having done very little in the fight itself. They have the empowered minion in here. They're taking out the bottom tower. They're going to be going for the inhibitor here, and they might be looking to finish the game with over 20 seconds left on those death timers.
40-second death timer.
Absolutely,
this is the game.
And they are going to go ahead, take out the second tower. They're going to start taking out the Nexus, and KLH take the first game of the tournament.